Okay, so in the last one, we made our way to Samuel Blackwell's bunker, entered this cave, and killed 2 Deathclaw, and then their third roommate showed up. There's a lot of blood in this elevator. Like, a lot of blood. Yeah, we started the quest Bunker Buster, and we need to... Like, a lot of blood. We need to make our way inside Bunker Buster. I found an active elevator that I think will lead to Sam Blackwell's bunker, but it looks like something bad happened inside. Oh, it does. I can find the remains of whoever was riding it, though maybe I can find a way inside. What? Search the area for a way inside the bunker. I didn't kill him yet, so he is somewhere. Still probably very upset. Oh, gosh. Still frightening. That hasn't changed. Okay. So obviously we're supposed to follow the blood, but let's look around first, see what else we can find here. A second elevator? This one leads up to Appalachia. Why? Oh, so they could bypass all of the radioactive barrels. Okay. That makes sense. It's just like, why is there another elevator that leads down to a different elevator? Why is there a sleeping bag here? Like, why wouldn't you just take the elevator straight there? Here's one of the Deathclaw nests. Okay. Nope. Nothing there. Lots of brain fungus. And another destroyed relay of some kind. And then I believe this is this the Deathclaw's blood from when I was shooting it? Probably. Okay. And this leads back to the entrance. Down here. Not much. Oh, there's a safe up there. Well, let's see what's inside the safe. It's level 1 lock. Dang it. Okay. And then we went this way. We found another one of these. And then there was another Deathclaw nest. And then this is just where we killed those 2 Deathclaw. And there was nothing up here. There's a cage there. Why is there a cage there? And then here's that blood trail. Was there anything underneath here other than a mattress? It's a pelvis. So whoever was bleeding so crazily dropped down here. That's the blood from the thing. So then there's no blood trail here. Then there's no blood trail here. So were they crawling away or were they dragged out? Oh, well, here they are. It's an agent. Okay. On their body is something I can't search there. It says play, though, so it's a holotape called Operation Blackwell.
essentially had to play the thing standing on top of the access panel to get it to work. Without the lures to distract those freaks, I might be dead instead of the senator. Once inside, I was briefly halted by Blackwell's laser grid, but resetting the power allowed me to grant myself clearance. Recovery of the access card to our facility was less successful. I found a keypad, but was unable to decipher the code. Recommend sending in a specialist to collect it. I'm proceeding to the next target, after which I'll... Wait. What happened to the power? The lures! Oh, God.
Well, that makes some no sense. One, he's the one who said himself he turned the power off. Two, like, close the elevator door? Like, what? So I'm take it he was recording this in here, and then he opens the door, sees a death claw, and instead of just closing the door and hitting the button again so he could go back to the room, he just let it grab him or attack him, and then he crawled away? I don't know. But also, wouldn't he have known that there was another elevator over here, and he could have just ran over here to take this elevator? But also, well, I guess this has to be post-bomb, because there are Deathclaw in here. Right? Yeah, so he has to be a post-bomb situation. I know, over-encumbered again. Oh, well, never mind, I'm just over-encumbered. There'll be things inside. So he gave us a lot of information about what he did inside. I found an active elevator. Wait, all that's the same. None of this has changed. Search the cavern for the Bypass Holotape. So it's probably in one of these nests. Not in this one. That old possum? No, I was hoping it would give us enough strength so that we could carry stuff. That's a no. There were 3 Deathclaw, but only 2 nests. Does that mean one of the Deathclaw is male? Oh no, there were 3 nests. Yeah, there's one right here. Oh, it's literally the one right next to him. Okay, Bypass Holotape. I found the Bypass Holotape mentioned by the agent in his operation report. If I can find out how to use it, this might just be my ticket. Play the Bypass Holotape in front of the access panel. I mean, he did tell us exactly how to use it. But, okay. I guess the Pioneer is not America's best and brightest. Did I already walk over here? What was over here? Just another non-radiated barrel. Got it. Well, there goes a diesel. That's great. So then I just stand next to it, go to your items, go to your holotapes, and play the Bypass Holotape.
User access updated. Welcome.
That's all it takes. The Bypass Holotape granted me access to the elevator. Time to see what's inside. I made it inside Sam Blackwell's bunker. Wonder what might still be down here. Going outside? Question mark. Going outside? 1. Hood. 2. Bandana. 3. Rifle. 4. Once upstairs, head down the tunnel to your left, not out the front entrance. 5. Always assume you're being watched. They have eyes everywhere. Okay. So that's just would tell us where the other oh, camera. Where the other elevator is. Okay, 2 doors. The one straight in front of us leads into a living area. So they have a wheelchair. Was Sam or his daughter in a wheelchair? Bunch of smashed up furniture? Okay. Smashed up terminal. Oh. Low on food, question mark. Low on food? Number 1, head to Berkeley Springs, due west from the cave mouth, or 2, run through, going outside checklist before leaving. This is what I needed. Something to scrap some stuff. Oh wait, I accidentally scrapped my laser rifle, so I gotta keep that one. Okay, are there any more notes in here? That's just a folder. Nope, don't see any in this area. A lot of aluminum cans, though. If you're looking for aluminum. Well, here's this generator room. No notes. Anything behind it? Nope. Okay, I'm guessing this is the bathroom, because that's how they're all... No, that's a laser grid that he talked about. And he said he had to turn the power off. Oh, I'm stuck. Seems there's a section of the bunker blocked by a laser grid. I'll have to find some way to pass it. Find a way to bypass laser grid.
Incorrect credentials.
Well, no, because so then he clearly turned the power back on, which makes no sense after he was leaving. So then why was the power off above ground? Oh, well, you can clearly see that that's where it wants us to go. There's a red light in there. I'm not seeing any other notes or holotapes. So it most likely wants me to flip this circuit breaker. But instead, let's check out these 2 rooms here. Judy. My little girl's dead because of my choices. Don't let Judy's death be in vain. And there's a pistol on the ground, which means he was probably going to shoot himself, and then he realized that that's not what his daughter would have wanted. Oh, there were 2 notes on the door. Head fuzzy? Why did it give me... Okay. Head getting fuzzy. Mentats? No mentats left. 1 carrot flower. Oh, because I learned the plan to make mentats. 1 carrot flower. If the pantry's empty, plenty in mountains to the west. 2 chunks of brain fungus. Grows in the cave upstairs. 1 fire cap mushroom. Check the pantry. If you're out, well, you've got a long way walk back to the forest ahead of you. Distill using Judy's chemistry equipment. Take as soon as it's cooled. Yeah, so I learned mentats. Locked out. Locked out again. Power probably reset overnight. Not your fault, old man. Oh, so the power has an automatic reset thing. That's why the power went out as soon as the guy went upstairs. Number 1, head upstairs to security room. 2, log into security system terminal. 3, select reset laser grid credentials. Password slipping your mind. Take some mentats and grab the manual. The manual reset steps. Desk upstairs. Okay. Nothing in the desk. Nothing there. A photo with some vertibirds in it? Okay, and this must be Judy's room then. Nope, this is the bathroom. Oh, he was sleeping in the bathroom. So I was like, why does he not have a blanket on his bed? Also, he's got brain fungus in his bathroom. Why did he feel the need to go outside? But that's everything in this area. Odd that Judy didn't have a room down here. But I guess we'll take the next door. Unless that was Judy's room. Okay, that would probably make more sense. He started staying in Judy's room after she died. Well, what's back here? A circuit conduit. Okay. So there's supposed to be a desk somewhere that's going to have... Then whose room... If it was just the two of them, whose room is this? Is this Judy's room? That seems odd. Well, there's the reset manual. Oh, this terminal's broken. I thought it was fixed. Security system terminal. Well, security system manual reset. Throw circuit breaker, laundry room. Open air flue above generator. Activate circuit conduit upstairs in vents. All credit goes to Judy and her elusive dream of running multiple hot plates at once. I'll just take this with me. I found a note that suggests that if I can overload the bunker's power grid, I can reset the credentials to the hand scanner. All I need to do is reset the circuit breaker, open the air flute, and activate the circuit conduit. Although I guess alternatively, if we have a hack skill of 3, password accepted. Never mind, there's nothing on this. Okay. I figured that would let us bypass everything. But it accepted a password I didn't know I had, and then there was nothing on the terminal. So this was Judy's room, Judy's terminal. What am I doing? Wait. Which one seems... Okay, because it says life changes and then second try. So this is the first one. What am I doing? So here I am, stuck underground with my father. Not the final year of med school plan I had in mind, but when he came to me, he was so adamant that we had to run, that someone was coming for us. Not adamant enough to show me any concrete proof, just that I had to trust him this time, which has been getting harder as he gets worse. But I could tell in his eyes that he'd made his decision, and he's not in any state to be out here on his own. So here I am, me, my father, Senator on the lam, and a pile of books to last us through Judgment Day. Maybe I'll get lucky and he'll come around to us heading back outside in a couple of days. Judgment Day. Jesus fucking Christ. That's all that she says? Okay. Life changes. The plant growth outside has been getting out of control since I can't do this now. Life changes. Second try. Okay, again from the top. The plant growth outside has been getting out of control. The main entrance is almost overrun. At this rate, we're going to have to start burning the roots in order to get out of the elevators. And the animals aren't faring any better. I saw a mosquito the other day the size of a dog. I don't think I've screamed like that since high school, but it's at least given me a new goal in life. I want to never, ever, ever see one of those things feed. Ever. Oddly enough, in Fallout 4, one of the first things you can see after leaving the vault before making it to what is the town called? Concord, is a blood bug feeding on a Brahmin. Mentats are key. I've been trying a couple different meds for Dad to see what helps keep him lucid. Most effective things so far are, believe it or not, Mentats. I always thought they were a party drug for beatniks and armchair philosophers, but they sharpen him right up, which we've been needing of late. He came back the other day covered in mud, claiming he saw a giant bat. That's a new one. I worked out a recipe that seems to get pretty close to the store-bought ones. More scary looking fungi in there than I like, but at this point it's better than the alternative. And Holy Mother of God. I saw a giant bat. Holy Mother of God, I saw a giant bat. And it saw me and followed me back here. Dad was right. We're going to need to be a lot more careful out there from now on. Well, it probably didn't see you. It heard you. It's a bat. Although, I don't know. Maybe the Scorched Beast... maybe their eyes are fixed. Nice stuck painting. Maybe their eyes are fixed from the bat issues. Maybe that's why they're so upset. Because they can't see. Okay, let's drop down. So first we have to flip the circuit breaker in the laundry room. Then we need to open the air flute above the... So anywhere where there's a red light, basically, above the generator. Next, we need to go all the way back up there to reset the bunker circuit conduit that we found over here. And that turns all the power off. Oh!
Error. Handprint credentials required. Please approach nearest active scanner.
Okay, well, let me try this again. No. Is there supposed to be something on this? Is it like Rayleigh Clay's bunker where it's been wiped? Hold up. Give me a sec while I pull up the terminal entries. Yeah, apparently there's supposed to be stuff on that terminal. It's not... There's no point in reading it. It's just basically bypass... Oh, my stomach's growling. It's just basically bypass the steps we just did. But those steps we just did aren't too crazy. So it's fine. But I don't know why the information on that terminal has been removed. There's no information. It's literally just...
Credentials recorded. Access granted.
It's literally just turn off laser grid. But okay, I have gained access to the bunker section past the laser grid. Time to see what's back there. No, it's a room. With a skeleton and a gun. That must be Sam Blackwell. Department of Ag Projects. Classified. Hey, Sam. Remember, I'm doing you a favor here. Now you owe me, and you've seen what heights my bar tabs can reach. Honestly, though, next time you should just talk to the secretary directly. He's a good guy and a smart cookie. I think you two would get along. Judy Soreset, Senate Committee on Agriculture, Department of Agriculture, Active Research Projects. Budding Patriots Initiative, a national nutritional initiative to prepare the next generation for nation service through enhanced nutrition. Congressional Bunker Food Preservation Initiative. Pilot project to extend the shelf life of various food being prepared for the Central Congressional Bunker. That's why you can find all of this food around Fallout, hundreds of years later, and it's still edible. And it's because of the Congressional Bunker Food Preservation Initiative. National Water Enhancement Initiative. Developing food additives that can be deployed in local water systems to enhance well-being across citizens of the United States. Done in conjunction with the Department of Defense. American Crop Protection Initiative. A broad-spectrum look at the use of biological agents to eliminate crop pests. And then Pest Self-Eradication Initiative. Developing techniques to biologically modify weevils, moles, and other pests to self-eliminate. So this also explains some of the other things. One, the American Crop Protection Initiative is an event that you can find around Appalachia, and this ties into, what is the place called? Arctos Pharma. And then the Pest Self-Eradication Initiative explains why they are doing research on things like mole rats and the insects. They were trying to make it to where they would essentially kill themselves. But here we are. This must be Blackwell with his 10mm auto pistol. And yet there are no shots fired over here. So the guy walked in the room, saw Blackwell, I guess just shot him before Blackwell could shoot back. And then moved him over and tried to access his terminal. We're coming for you. Committee meeting notes. Hearing before the Senate Committee on Nuclear Energy, November 26th, 2076. Transcript continued, page 384. Senator Clark. Mr. Chairman, I would like to remind the committee that environmental concerns aside, and I do share those concerns, the uranium deposits in question is in fact the largest in the country, not just the East Coast. Overturning the ban on extraction would help shorten and secure supply lines for a resource our great nation is relying on more and more with each passing. Senator Blackwell. And I, Mr. Chairman, would again like to bring to the committee's attention the fact that my colleague, Senator Clark, has recently purchased a very large stake in the Atomic Mining Services Corporation, which constitutes a clear conflict of interest. Senator Clark. I will show you a conflict of interest, sir. Committee chair. Will the gentlemen please return to their seats? Wow, Clark is very childish. So it seems like this... Oh, bourbon. We will be taking that. It seems like the Senator Clark wanted them... Oh. Wanted them to keep mining something. This uranium, but not uranium. Did he say what it was actually? He actually was having them mine. Yeah, they're saying uranium. It's actually not uranium that they're mining. But perhaps I'll leave that again also for when we explore the AMS. The AMS building. But the two of them were at odds, and if we remember, Sam Blackwell was on the side of the miners who were losing their jobs because AMS was going completely autonomous. Oh, there's a short hunting rifle. Back off, Sam. So let's read that. Department of Defense. Back off, Sam. The decision's been made. The automated silos are being built in Appalachia. We're going to get the same early warning system as everyone else. But if you breathe a word about these timing discrepancies you keep implying exist between the military and civilian warning systems, I'll make sure you spend the rest of your days in jail. You're going to start a panic, Sam. We're not discussing this again. Ranset. Appalachian territory. So Samuel Blackwell knows that government people are going to be told about the bombs going off before civilians do so that they can be evacuated first. Sam thinks that is BS, and it honestly is. He thinks that obviously not humans, but obviously humans, that civilians should be told about the bombs so that they can prepare, so that they can get to places and be safe. And they shouldn't be waiting until it's too late, which is obviously what's going to happen. And this Ranset was like, no, we're definitely going to tell the common folk about the bombs at the same time. And no, that was not going to happen. Do we want to read We're Coming For You? Probably should have while this fire truck was driving past.
9 a.m. Degenerative neurological conditions. Room 121. 10:30 radiation therapy training. Lab 206. Noon. Family medicine rotation. Vol Tecu Free Clinic. Keeps going like that. Your daughter Judy's a busy woman, Senator, but not hard to find. You've been sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, Samuel, and now you've gone too far. We're coming for you, and your family. This was your warning.
And that's the holotape that made him believe that people were coming after him. Someone named Harper Rosiak? Odd name. But it also doesn't make sense, and there's a reason why. Because again, he was told that if he kept investigating, they were just going to arrest him and obviously probably hold him for treason. So why would they send him a holotape about how they have been stalking his daughter? And the reason for that will be explained when we explore a certain location that is actually not part of the main story. There's a strange keypad in this room, but it's not clear what it's linked to. Maybe if I can find its code, I can figure out its purpose. Search the room for Blackwell's code, and then if we check his billions of filing cabinets, we find 3 key things. Senate orientation letter. Oh wow, it didn't let me read it. It just instantly added it to my inventory. Welcome, new Senator. Congressional ID 778232. Welcome, Mr. Blackwell, to the Senate of the United States of America. Your election to this body is one of the greatest honors an American can receive. Please memorize the ID above. It will grant you access to some of the many perks members of the Senate enjoy. Checking out items from the Library of Congress, access to the Congressional Gym, discount meals at the Capitol Cafeteria, and more. And please be sure to bring that ID as well as a government-issued photo ID to your first orientation session at the Capitol this January. Specific date forthcoming. Here's wishing you a long and honorable tenure in your position as Senator of the Appalachian Territory. The next one, record of divorce, the Blackwells. Case number 118T-44123. Judge Archibald Falkland. He's the second Archibald we've heard. Wasn't the other one that guy in the military? Petitioner, Emily Blackwell. Respondent, Samuel Blackwell. Date of marriage, December 18th, 2055. Divorce granted, October 15th, 2077. Please retain this document for your personal records. Oh wait, we want to keep that, because then it adds it up there in the corner. Intelligence memo, August 16th, 2077. Top secret, intel, committee only. Senator, you pulling on the purse strings of this congressional bunker project was exactly the break we needed. The Modus Machine, Vault Tech, members of our government, they're all a part of it. Why did I read it? They're all a part of it. I've gotten a lot of chatter about the Department of Agriculture having an outsized role in what's going on. Secretary Eckhart is at the heart of this, I guarantee it, but I wouldn't be shocked for a moment if this went all the way to the top. Remember this number, 417604. It's an invoice number for an order placed by the Department of Ag at Eckhart's request, bound for the bunker. They claim it's part of the facility's automation effort. That's a lie. Invoice 417604 is experimental equipment. High tech. Lots of it. The automation thing's just a cover-up. Some of this stuff. This is military-grade equipment, Sam. Biological warfare. Human experimentation. They're gearing up to go to war, or more likely, end one. I'm going to keep digging on my end. See where the thread goes, but you might want to make yourself scarce, Sam. No telling how these people will react if they find out we know what they're up to. I'm going to take it with us. Thank you. I believe, isn't there another code? Hold on, let me just take all this stuff. Because I believe there's supposed to be another code. Oh, unless it's on his terminal. Hold on. That could be where it's at. Judy says I should write. Judy says I should write that recalling things and writing them down will help with my memory until she can find what she needs to brew up some more meds. So I'm writing. When she's not taking care of her dad, she's been glued to the radio upstairs, listening to folks crying for someone to save them, wondering why no one's coming. It's almost like no one listened to the interview at all. They didn't. Like I told her they wouldn't. She's a good soul, which is why I imagine this has been so hard for her, because there's no place for people like that in this world anymore. And then a blank page. Free State's bunkers. Getting these down in case we need to get the gang back together. Niraj and Abby due north of Thunder Mountain Power. Emma east of Thunder Mountain Power. Rayleigh southwest of Dyer Chemical. Judy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Judy. Judy went out to collect mushrooms, part of a grand plan for a mushroom and dandy boy apple casserole, which my stomach had been quietly fearing the whole day, but she didn't come back. I cycled through our best foraging spots, only to find her deep in conversation with two men. Two men we didn't know. Two men who could have recognized her. I waited for them to part ways. If they were agents sent to find us, they clearly weren't good ones. When I got back, I tried to keep calm, to remind her why we have to stay hidden. Remind her what telling the truth cost us. I got mad. That made her mad. Now she's upstairs, and I need to get up the courage to say what's so damn easy to write. I'm sorry, Judy, but with everything that has been taken from us, I'm not about to lose you too. Well, some kind of bat. I was out hunting today, and I swear, some kind of bat the size of a Corvega came flying over the ridge. It perched and looked right at me. Through brush, trees, and 500 yards, it spun right towards me like I'd whipped a stone at its head. Then it howled like a banshee, and started flying right at me. I haven't run that fast since high school, dodging tree branches and brush. Could hear wings flapping just behind my head, and then darkness. Took me a good 15 seconds before I realized I'd fallen into a ditch. The bat screeched, and I could hear it crawling at the ground above me for what sounded like an eternity, before finally giving up and flying off. When I finally got back and told Judy, she looked me up and down, covered in sweat, dirt, and bruises, and told me in that perfect doctor calm that there's a chance that what I saw, it might have been a side effect of being off my meds. Even though she said she literally saw a gigantic mosquito. She's like, no, Dad, you're crazy. She then turned, walked into the storeroom, and handed me the biggest gun we had. Just take this, too. Judy's gone. That was the other one it adds. Judith Blackwell, February 15th, 2084. Rest in peace. Buried her up on the crest. The disease, it moved too fast, so fast. 1 minute she was fine, and the next, gone. I recognized it, this disease, at least I think I did. An old memo, maybe. Was this what we were chasing? Had T warned me about this? I wanted to take her to the congressional bunker. They could have fixed her. I know it. They would have executed me for treason, but maybe they'd let her live. But the maps weren't in the spots. I thought they were, and by the time I'd found them and built the stretcher... Oh, so that's what the wheelchair was for. I just watched her die. Chatter on the radio coming from Harper's Ferry gets grimmer every day. Others out there are dying of the same thing. And I can't do this on my own. About time I went for a walk. Judy loved going for walks. Don't forget this one, Sam. Been a while. Things are going well at Harper's. Everyone either doesn't know who I am or pretends they don't. Rayleigh has me working in the armory, cleaning weapons away from people. Good friend, that one. Came back to get a dose of Addictol from a junkie that wandered in from the mountains. Figured I'd relax here for a bit. Sleep's been harder to come by recently. Having trouble remembering what Judy said I should take to help. She's a good soul, but there's no place for people like that in this world anymore. They found me! 2 days ago, was in line for a bowl of soup at Harper's. One of the newcomers wouldn't take his eyes off me. Didn't think I noticed him watching. Thought wrong. That night, I saw him walking outside the barrier. I followed. He was making some kind of recording. I couldn't risk it. I tried to make it look like an animal attack. Messy. So it was Sam who killed the guy. Messy. Imprecise. Threw some pieces in the river. Yesterday morning, uproar. People terrified about the attack. Made it too believable, I guess. Last night, heard something fly over the town. Mechanical. Never saw anything. Stealthed. Most likely. They're looking for him. For me. As soon as I couldn't hear the sound anymore, took my pack and ran back here. Today, hung some meat in the cave. Try and draw in some local predators. Scare off anyone who might have followed me. Still have months of food in here. Should be safe for now. Don't know what I was thinking leaving this place. Won't be making that mistake again. So his daughter died, probably of radiation poisoning, because it wasn't the scorched plague. And then he decided he needed to go out and be among people, so he went to Harper's Ferry, got detected, and then murdered the man and made it look like an animal attack. And we read about that, I believe, in Rayleigh's terminal. It might have been Abby's terminal, but I think it was Rayleigh's terminal. So now we have the 4 possible codes. Let's go ahead and activate the keypad. Oh, it's automatic. Oh, no, it's not. So let's try day of Judy's death. 021584.
Code accepted.
Oh, that was the correct one. Bingo! I figured out the right code, which unlocked a hidden compartment and a nearby painting. Let's see what's inside. Behind the painting, I found a holotape and a congressional ID. Guess I ought to give the holotape a listen. Let's take this first. Let's pick this lock. I don't think there's anything left here. But we'll go ahead and open this up anyways. Okay, then I guess all that's left now is to listen to his holotape.
Greetings, esteemed Congressman or Senator. Welcome to the future of the United States government. Welcome to the White Spring. Designed with comfort and safety in mind, the White Spring Bunker, located directly below the lavish resort of the same name, will act as your very own oasis in the event of a hostile nuclear strike. All you need to do is present the enclosed access card upon your arrival, and And our automated bunker management mainframe will do the rest, guiding you through the process of getting to know your new home, all while supporting the continuation of the necessary functions of government. So when the inevitable comes, won't you join us at the White Spring?
And that ends Bunker Buster. And now we have to go to the White Springs Resort, where a bunker apparently exists. But I think before I do that, I'm going to scrap all the stuff in his place. Now that I've scrapped everything in his bunker, this is what I'm thinking he's calling the stretcher, the wheelchair. Because neither one of them needed a wheelchair. They were both freely walking around. Let's go ahead and leave. We'll take this note with us, because why not? And we'll use his express elevator to get upstairs, because we have not used it. So we go left. I actually never knew about this for the longest time when I first played through the game, because I read that note and didn't bother thinking about the note. But I didn't know that there was an elevator that just brought you straight up here. To this, until I found this just running around in the mire once, and I was like, what is this elevator? And then it ended up being the one that brings you down to Samuel Blackwell's bunker. Okay, so let's head back, because he said he buried his daughter on the crest. So we'll go ahead and head back towards where he was. Yep, and right there. And this is where he buried Judy. Some flowers, the pot is rolled away. A weathered plaque. Examine it. The weather's taken a toll on this plaque. You can only make out a few hand-etched numbers. 583. The rest is indecipherable. But we know this is Judy's grave. Now we go and find the White Springs bunker.